Motivate Lounge is your go-to YouTube channel for personal growth, motivation, and a positive mindset. We provide powerful motivational talks, proven success strategies, and practical tools to help you overcome challenges and unlock your full potential. We'd love for you to be part of our growing community. Subscribing is completely free, and it helps us continue bringing you even more valuable content. If you're enjoying this podcast, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with friends who could use some inspiration. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Now, let's dive back into the podcast.
Welcome back to Motivate Lounge Coffee Shop Chat. Today we are talking about learning new things and how that can boost your well-being.
Yeah.
And, like, help de-stress.
Absolutely. Okay. And it makes sense. When you think about it, we spend so much time focusing on our physical health.
Right.
But our mental well-being deserves just as much attention.
Totally. And the best part is learning doesn't have to mean like hitting the books, or going back to school. It's about finding those fun, engaging activities that like spark your curiosity.
Absolutely.
And make you feel alive.
Yeah.
I'll admit. I had a wake-up call recently.
Oh. Okay.
I realized I was totally out of the loop on some of the latest trends. Like, I had no idea what jogi meant.
I think we've all been there.
It made me realize how easy it is to get stuck in a rut.
Yeah.
But the good news is our brains are actually wired for continuous learning.
That's right.
So
it's all thanks to this incredible thing called neuroplasticity.
Okay, break that down for us.
Yeah.
What exactly is neuroplasticity?
It's basically the brain's ability to change and adapt throughout our lives. So every time we learn something new, we're essentially creating new connections or pathways between brain cells.
So it's like building new roads in our brains.
Exactly.
The more roads we build, the easier it is for information to travel around.
Exactly. And what's fascinating is that this process doesn't stop as we age.
Oh, wow.
Even in middle age, our brains are still capable of creating these new connections, which can help us stay sharp, improve our memory, and even boost our mood.
That's amazing. So learning new things isn't just about acquiring knowledge. It's like a workout for our brains.
Yes.
Keeping them flexible and resilient.
Precisely, think of it this way, just like physical exercise helps our bodies stay healthy and fight off disease.
Right.
Mental exercise helps our brain stay sharp and combat cognitive decline.
I love that analogy. So how does this brain workout actually translate to like less stress and more well-being in our everyday lives?
Well, there's a growing body of research showing that learning can actually change the way our brains respond to stress.
Really? Tell me more about that.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for ways to manage stress.
For example, one study found that people who engaged in regular learning activities showed reduced activity in the amygdala, which is the part of the brain that processes fear and stress.
Wow. So learning can actually rewire our brains to be less reactive to stress.
That's right. And it makes sense when you think about it.
Yeah.
When we're engaged in learning, we're focused on something positive, and stimulating it takes our minds off our worries and allows us to enter a state of what's often called flow.
That makes so much sense. It's like when I get lost in a good book or like a creative project, all my stress just seems to melt away.
Exactly. And it's not just about escaping from stress, it's also about building resilience.
Okay.
The more we challenge our brains, the better equipped we are to handle life's inevitable curveballs.
So it's like learning gives us a mental toolkit to deal with whatever comes our way.
And speaking of toolkits, let's dive into some practical tips for incorporating more learning into our lives.
Okay.
Especially in ways that feel fun and stress-reducing.
Yes, please. Because let's be real, we're all busy.
Right.
I'm sure our listeners are wondering how to fit learning into their already packed schedules.
Well, the good news is it doesn't have to be a huge time commitment.
Right.
Even small, bite-sized learning experiences can make a big difference.
Our sources had some great suggestions for at-home learning.
Oh, yeah.
Like finally mastering that dish you always order at your favorite restaurant.
That's a great one. Not only will you learn a new skill, but you'll also get the satisfaction of creating something delicious. It's a win-win.
Plus, you can impress your friends with your newfound culinary talents.
Right.
What else did our sources recommend?
They also talked about exploring museums and art galleries, but with a twist. Instead of trying to see everything, pick one piece of art or exhibit and really deep dive into it.
Oh, I like that it takes the pressure off trying to do the whole museum.
Yeah.
And allows you to really savor the experience, kind of like a mindful art appreciation practice.
Exactly. And speaking of mindfulness, there's another suggestion that I think our listeners will love: how-to videos on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
There are so many amazing channels out there dedicated to teaching everything from knitting to coding to play the ukulele.
I'm obsessed with YouTube tutorials. You can literally learn anything these days. It's amazing.
And what's great is that you can learn at your own pace and in the comfort of your own home. It's a super accessible and low-pressure way to explore new interests.
Okay, but how do we make sure we're choosing high-quality resources? There's so much content out there. It can be hard to separate the wheat from the chaff.
That's a great point. You're right. Not all YouTube channels are created equal.
Yeah.
It's helpful to look for channels with a strong reputation, positive reviews, and clear, well-structured lessons.
So maybe check out channels associated with reputable institutions or experts in their field.
Exactly. For example, the Khan Academy has a fantastic library of educational videos on a wide range of subjects. And platforms like Masterclass and Skillshare offer courses taught by leading professionals in their respective fields.
Those are great resources. Okay, so we've got cooking museum deep dives and online tutorials.
Yeah.
What other fun learning adventures can our listeners embark on?
Well, this might sound surprising, but one of the most powerful ways to learn and de-stress at the same time is through connecting with others.
Now that's something I can get behind. I'm all about connection.
It's amazing how learning something new can open doors to whole new communities and friendships. For example, joining a book club or taking a group cooking class.
Yes, or finding an online community around a shared interest. It's like a built-in support system for your learning journey.
Absolutely, and don't underestimate the power of simply striking up a conversation with someone about their hobbies or interests. You never know what you might learn or who you might connect with.
You know, I'm starting to see a theme here. It's like all these little learning adventures are not only expanding our knowledge and skills, but also enriching our lives in so many other ways.
And that's the beauty of lifelong learning. It's about so much more than just acquiring information. It's about personal growth, connection, and cultivating a sense of wonder and curiosity about the world around us.
It really is amazing how learning can connect us to new people and ideas.
Yeah.
And it's so inspiring to think that it's never too late to start this journey.
Absolutely.
You know, you don't have to wait for the perfect time or opportunity. You can start right now with whatever sparks your interest.
I completely agree. It's about finding those little pockets of joy and curiosity in our everyday lives.
So, as we wrap up our chat here in the Motivate Lounge,
yes,
I want to leave our listeners with a little challenge.
Okay.
Think back to everything we've talked about today.
Yeah.
And pick one thing that really sparked your interest. It could be something big or small. Maybe you want to finally try that new pottery class.
Yeah.
Or learn how to make the perfect latte art.
Ooh,
whatever it is, commit to trying that one new thing this week. Consider it your personal brain workout challenge.
I love that I'm going to join in on this challenge too.
What are you going to do?
I've been wanting to learn more about astronomy, so I think I'll download a stargazing app and see if I can spot some constellations in my backyard tonight.
That sounds like a fantastic plan. And, you know, it makes me wonder, if you could learn anything without any limitations, what would it be and how would it change your life?
Ooh, that's a great question. Honestly, I'd love to learn how to speak several different languages fluently.
Oh, wow.
I think it would open up so many possibilities for travel connection and understanding different cultures. What about you?
That's a great choice. I think I'd choose to learn how to play a musical instrument, maybe the piano.
Oh, nice.
I've always loved music, and I think being able to create it would be an incredible experience.
Yeah, it's amazing how just thinking about learning something new can spark so much joy and motivation.
And hey, we want to hear about your learning adventures too.
Yes.
Share what you're trying with us on social media using hashtag #MotivateLounge.
We might even feature your story on our next episode.
So go out there, embrace your curiosity, and keep those brains buzzing.
Until next time, happy learning, everyone.
That's a wrap for today's Motivate Lounge coffee shop chat, where inspiration meets action. Keep chasing your goals and stay motivated. If you enjoyed this episode, like, subscribe, and share Motivate Lounge on YouTube.